Hey guys, forgive me if I seem a little bit annoyed in today's recap. I am currently watching the Cleveland game. We are losing 7-1. We are about to lose our 8th game in a row, and I am not having fun. What's going on, everyone? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another MLB recap. I am just kidding about being annoyed. I mean, the home run derby is literally in 4 or 5 days. I am so excited. We are going to have the best content that I can imagine on the channel, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and stick around. We have a lot to talk about today, including 4 different walk-off victories. I think that might be the most for a single day to begin 2021, and also we have to start off the video with some unfortunate news. Yasmani Grandal, a lot of people consider him to be the first or the second, maybe even third best catcher in all of baseball. Whether or not you think he's first, second, or third, he is really good at what he does. Unfortunately, he is going to be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks with a small tear in his knee. I don't know exactly how it happened, but as you guys can tell, this definitely did not look good, and he seemed like he was in a great deal of pain. So 4 to 6 weeks, just another injury to add to the list of superstar players on Chicago that aren't playing right now. Let's go ahead and talk about the White Sox versus the Twins game and see if they could overcome that injury from Yasmani Grandal, and they did. They kind of had a sigh of relief as Zach Collins, who has been a top prospect in baseball, or not baseball I should say, for the White Sox as a catching prospect for quite some time. He drives in 2 RBIs on this single, which again is very clutch considering the severity of the knee injury to Yasmani Grandal. Both starting pitchers were really good. You have Carlos Rodon going 6 innings, only allowing 1 earned run, and on his final strikeout, he was yelling, he was proud of himself, and he should have been because that was a fantastic start. And Jose Barrios goes 7 innings, only allows 1 hit, 1 earned run, has 10 strikeouts. He was amazing. Just unfortunately, the Twins bullpen could not hold any sort of lead or even just hold a tie as Adam Eaton and Jose Abreu, they drive in a few runs. And Billy Hamilton, is this the catch of the year? You guys have to let me know in the comment section down below. And that allowed Liam Hendricks to go 2 shutout innings and actually 2 no-hit innings for his 22nd save of the year. And I just want to mention, breaking news, Adam Eaton has been designated for assignment, so he's off the White Sox. All right, let's talk about the walk-off victories from yesterday. First and foremost, we have the Marlins versus the Dodgers. This one is going to be super easy to recap because Will Smith drives in the only run for LA. Pablo Lopez has 8 strikeouts and 4 innings, but because he only goes 4, he's not going to get credited with a W. Jazz Chisholm makes a sick play in the 5th inning, and Tony Gonsolin did not allow a single earned run. He has been really good to begin 2021. Not a lot of people have been talking about him. Then you have Jesus Aguilar. He ties it up, and Starling Marte uses his wheels to steal the game in the 10th inning. The Marlins win 2-1. Now, staying with the Dodgers, I do want to update you guys on the Trevor Bauer situation. So as you guys can see, there will not be a Trevor Bauer bobblehead night. There is no current Trevor Bauer merchandise in the team store or online, even with MLB.com. So it looks like the Dodgers, they are actively distancing themselves from Trevor Bauer. Another walk-off, we have the Royals versus the Reds. Jonathan India kickstarts the offense with an RBI double. Then Joey Votto and Kyle Farmer, they extend the lead and make it a 5-run lead for Luis Castillo. Luis was sensational. 3 hits, only 1 earned run in 7 innings. And over the last month, Luis Castillo has a combined 2.08 ERA. He has been fantastic. You have Benny Biceps with a birthday home run. And Kansas City goes off for 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning as Salvador Perez walks it off. Over his last 122 games, look at his stats. I posted this on my Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me there. He has been the best offensive catcher in baseball, and it's not even really close. The Diamondbacks start off yesterday's game with 4 consecutive doubles as they score 3 runs on those 4 doubles, and Merrill Kelly, he was pretty solid. He goes 5 innings, only allows 2 earned runs. The Diamondbacks and the Rockies, for whatever reason, they always have some pretty good matchups, even though they're not very good in terms of rosters. I mean, actually, the Diamondbacks roster isn't as bad as they've been playing. Anyways, Jonathan Daza ties it up in the 7th inning, and then Daniel Bard on 2 walks and a hit by pitch gives away a potential comeback opportunity in extra innings as the Diamondbacks, they literally walk it off on a walk. Or actually, that was a hit by pitch. The next walk-off was courtesy of a walk. The Pirates were facing off against the Atlanta Braves. You have Brian Reynolds, remember that name. He drives in the first run for Pittsburgh on a sacrifice fly, and then Arcia, who might have been the hottest hitter in all of minor league baseball to begin the season, he goes yard for his first ding-dong of the year. If you guys remember, he was on the Brewers before. Both starting pitchers only allowed 1 earned run in 5+ innings, so they were fantastic. And then the Pirates walk it off. No, quite literally, Brian Reynolds takes ball 4, and he literally walks it off. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the non-walk-off victories. We have the Angels versus the Red Sox. It is show day. Shohei Ohtani robs Danny Santana on a comebacker, and then he follows it up with an RBI double as Max Stassi hits a 2-run home run off of Nathan Eovaldi, and Eovaldi almost never gives up home runs, so that is not easy to do. And I just want to show that Ohtani, he is such a good person. He picks up the broken bat, gives it to the bat boy, and then taps the bat boy on his shoulder like, good job. I love Shohei Ohtani. Also, that is not a bat boy. That is Christian Arroyo. Juan Lagares, the former Gold Glove center fielder for the Mets, saves Shohei Ohtani with a leaping catch at the wall to rob a 2-run home run, and the Angels reward him with 2 more runs in the 6th inning as Ohtani, he goes 7 innings, only allows those 2 runs, and that was actually, I believe, his 2nd longest start in his career, so he has been fantastic all around. He is the MVP frontrunner right now. I know that Vlad has been insane, but Shohei, he is the guy right now as Raisel Iglesias picks up save number 17. Matt Olson joined the home run derby, and the baseball gods rewarded him with an RBI from yesterday, and then Chad Pinder and Jed Lowry, they make it 3-0 quickly as the A's are trying to compete for first place in the division, but unfortunately they face the guy named Yordan Alvarez. He goes 420 feet in the 1st inning. The A's, they score a few more, but Miles Straw and Yordan Alvarez, they tied up, and I just want to say Yordan, we'll talk about his stats in just a moment. They are ridiculous. And then you have Jose Altuve and Yuli Gurriel teaming up to break the game open as the Astros win 9-6, and I think they're 4.5 games ahead of the A's for first place in the American League West. In his first 158 big league games, Yordan Alvarez has a .310 batting average with 44 home runs, 138 RBIs, a 10.07 OPS. He is quite literally Big Papi 2.0. The Rangers offense has been really good, and might I just say the Rangers have been playing really good baseball as of late. John Hicks is apparently Gary Sanchez. He has 4 home runs in his first 12 at-bats of the year. You have Isaiah Kiner-Falefa making it 4-1 for Dane Dunning. Those 5 innings, only allows 1 earned run, and of course what happens as soon as he gets taken out, you have Jake Rogers and Eric Haas putting Detroit right back in the game, and that was short-lived for the Tigers and their fan base because the Rangers score a few more off an error from Eric Haas. That was off the bat of John Hicks. Then you have Brock Holt and Adolis Garcia hitting a few home runs, and that was number 21 for Adolis Garcia. Remember, he's starting in the All-Star game, so the Rangers have 2 All-Stars in the outfield, Joey Gallo and Adolis. So hey, Justice Sheffield, if you're watching, you're almost certainly not. I would recommend not throwing it right there to Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, Stanton hits it 430 feet. He has the easiest power in all of baseball. Jake Fraley, I do want to mention because the Mariners got smoked. Let's talk about something good for Seattle. Jake Fraley is one of the more underrated defenders as an outfielder in all of baseball. Just nothing drops around him. Gary Sanchez drives in an RBI on a bases-loaded walk, and then Luke Voit quickly makes it 6-0. Then DJ LeMahieu and Aaron Judge then make it 8 runs, and they want more. All the while, Jameson Taillon is going 7 innings with 9 strikeouts, only allows 1 earned run. The Mariners offense, it's decent, but it's not something that you should be terrified of. But I'm really happy for Jameson Taillon. He had 2 Tommy John surgeries. He's had cancer. So anytime I see Jameson Taillon do something well, I'm going to talk about it. 30th rounder Spencer Watkins made his debut for the Orioles, and he was electric yesterday. He gives up a run in the first, but that was it as the Orioles offense had his back. You have Pedro Severino hitting a home run, and Watkins only allows that 1 earned run in 5 innings. As Cedric Mullins, he's become a monster. We'll talk about why in just a moment. He hits a home run. Trey Mancini scores on a wild pitch, and then Anthony Santander hits a 2-run home run. Now, the Blue Jays almost make the comeback on 3 different home runs. One of them came from Vladdy. That was number 28 already on the year. And Mullins, ever since he stopped switch hitting, if you guys don't remember, he was a switch hitter dating back to the first few weeks of 2020. Ever since he stopped doing that, he's become an MVP caliber player. Another update that has to do with the Blue Jays, they have reportedly traded Rowdy Tellez to the Brewers in exchange for a relief pitcher and another guy I can't exactly remember, but yeah, Rowdy Tellez is on the move. I'm going to keep on saying this, but Nolan Arenado is not a product of Coors Field. We can see yesterday he went booyah, 17 home runs already on the season. Paul Goldschmidt drives in 2 RBIs on this single in the 4th inning, and then Yadier Molina teams up with Edmundo Sosa to make it 6 runs for St. Louis. Now that was a big time home run for Edmundo Sosa because the Giants, they never quit. They come within 1 run, but Dylan Carlson saves it for the final out of the game. Look at that web gem, absolutely fantastic. Nolan Arenado has 17 home runs, 55 RBIs, a 132 OPS plus. He is the starting 3rd baseman for the National League squad in the All-Star game. he's that guy. He is really good. Fernando Tatis Jr., look at this throw. Just a day after he jumps 25 feet up in the air, he nabs a runner with a 96-mile-per-hour throw. That was the fastest throw for any infielder in 2021. Will Myers goes the other way for a 3-run home run, but then the game was tied up by a Josh Harrison 3-run shot to center field. But then Manny Machado breaks the tie on his birthday, and Eric Hosmer, he drives in one more before Juan Soto goes the other way. I don't even know how Juan Soto was able to get this ball over the fence, but then Myers drives in his 4th RBI of the day, and the Padres, it was a pretty exciting game, but they win fairly easy 7-4. And then last but not least, 25 runs total were scored in this Phillies versus Cubs game. You have Andrew McCutchen on this grand slam. He now has 14 home runs, 46 RBIs, a 120 OPS plus. He's on pace for 30 home runs and almost 100 RBIs. That is fantastic. Gene Segura and Rhys Hoskins make it 7-0, and Jake Arrieta, I think it's about time to pull the plug. He has been awful. Maybe send him to the bullpen. Bryce Harper and Rhys Hoskins make it 9-3, and then Hoskins and Segura team up again. They make it 12 runs before Bryce Harper finally hits his first non-solo home run of the year. This one is a 3-run shot. I also want to mention that Baez had 2 home runs on the day, so he now has 21 home runs, 56 RBIs, 10 plus stolen bases, and a 111 OPS plus. He is back to being one of the top 50 players in baseball. And then Harper, I just want to show his stats: 15 home runs and over 900 OPS. Even though he's missed 20 plus games because he got hit in the face by a pitch, he should have been an all-star, but unfortunately injuries, just like Byron Buxton, it cost him the votes. All right, everyone, well, that does it for today's MLB recap. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Stay safe out there. Make sure to use code Fuzzy on SeatGeek to save yourself 20 bucks off, and enjoy this day in MLB history.
Out here, it's gone. Here's a shot into deep right field. Back at the wall. Ichiro hits it off the wall. It takes a weird carry. Comes Ichiro inside the park, home run.